Okay, I am back on the live server now, just doing the kind of voice recording stuff for a couple videos out here. So this one is on the server itself and my thoughts on the new update. Um, there's a reason I'm back on the live server, I'll say that. The update is not unplayably bad, but it's pretty bad. First off, good stuff. Praises. I want to start off being positive because I want to prove that I'm not just a Gaijin hater. There is some really cool stuff in here. The changes to ground vehicle damage, I think, is amazing. The changes to MBTs, specifically the Russian and Chinese ones, and the French and the Japanese with the autoloaders, is awesome. The autoloaders are now modeled, and it looks really great. That's fantastic. Big up. Great change. Love it. Um, However, um, in terms of other changes, yeah. The other big thing I do want to praise, also for ground, is that there is a rework to the Tunisia map, which is the kind of large, very open desert map that has just way too much terrain just near the center, and everything else is just empty. That has a very nice new rework that I think is really fun. I hope that it goes live with the update because I think a lot of people will really enjoy it. That is basically where my praise of the update ends. Because obviously the biggest focus of the update is air, right? The Fox 3s are being added, there's a whole new subtree for air, no subtree for Benelux ground. Um, in terms of air, it's bad. It's quite bad. 16v16 continues to be abysmal. I would argue it's honestly not that much worse with Fox 3s, but it is still abysmal. 12v12 is rare and just still not that much better. They are also not increasing the map sizes, so there's just no ranged play at all. But that kind of segues into the next point of Fox 3s. The implementation of Fox 3s is something that they have been working on for a minute, and it is probably the single worst change I think I've ever seen in War Thunder. As someone who enjoys air and who plays air more than ground when I'm just playing by myself, this is genuinely worse than the economy changes. It is abysmal. If they fix it, great. I don't know that they will. And where it is right now, it is unplayably bad. Fox 3 missiles are terrible at long range. I did a test, and I'll put it up on screen. The F-14B got more kills than Fox 3 missiles. AMRAAMs are worse than Phoenixes. Not shorter range, because that's realistic. They are just worse. They hit less consistently. They can turn less consistently onto targets. They are worse. That is really bad. In addition, Fox 3 planes with that capability, are coming to the game at 13.0, meaning that in your bog standard MiG-29, or even worse, in your F-16A that has no radar missiles and only 6 AIM-9Ls, you could go against a Fox 3 armed F-15C. Who thought that was a good idea? I have no idea. Fox 3s are bad at range, but they're not bad. They're bad at doing the thing that they're literally designed for. In real life, it's very rare that you shoot Fox 3s under 10 kilometers. Or real life, I should say, or in Sims. Because they just aren't that good. They usually can't pull as hard as they need to, and they just can't get it done. In War Thunder, they are best at that range. If you shoot them any farther than that range, you usually end up not being able to do very much. They are only really good at the range where in real life they should never be deployed. Again, I don't know how this happened. Fox 3s were working perfectly on the initial test a couple dev servers ago. So I'm just kind of hoping that they go back to that. If they don't, I am a little worried about what the future of the game is going to bring. If they do kind of go back to how they were, I think that we're fine. I think that way, with where they are currently, would be at least workable. I do think that they need a buff. I don't know that it needs to be super significant, but it needs to be existent. where they are currently in the dev server is just not something that I think anyone is going to want to play. It just doesn't play well. It doesn't feel good. There are also a few Fox 3 armed aircraft which, for some unholy reason, play even lower in battle rating than the 13.0 that is normally. So if they do ever buff Fox 3s, which I do think that they need to do to make them fun at top tier, they will kill other tiers because of where they can also play. If you think that Fox 3s in general would make the game scuffed, imagine facing them in your 11.3 premium grinder aircraft or something. Because, oh yeah, they can go up there. Fox 3 aircraft can go at 12.3, meaning that you will face them in 11.3 aircraft, and you will face them consistently in F-15Cs. That is awful. Those need to be changed. I think in my mind, the ideal way of doing this is to just separate Fox 3s out so that they aren't ever playing with aircraft that don't have Fox 3s. I would be okay with the Tomcat being there. I think it would be a little funky, but I don't think it would be the end of the world, given that there are weaker Fox 3 aircraft in the game presently, like the J-8F and the Sea Harrier FA2. Those are on the dev server, not on the live server yet. So yeah, all in all, the ground changes to the update are really, really great. The new vehicles seem really fun. The changes to ground maps and ground mechanics look fantastic. In air, the new planes seem to be implemented very, very, very badly. The new missiles seem like they are just completely dysfunctional. And all of this might get fixed in dev server too. I don't know. But where it is right now, it needs significant changes, or I'm going to become a retired airman. Because this is not good. I'm curious to know what all of you think, if you've played on the dev server. Do you have the same view? Do you have a different view? I'm definitely wanting to hear what everybody else thinks. I definitely think I'm probably a little bit more negative than the majority of people on this. But that's just kind of where I sit at the moment. And to be honest, playing more ground isn't the end of the world. I've been really enjoying grinding my Chinese ground, but I wish that we were in a better spot than where we are right now. So, that's the video. Please consider subscribing. Let me know your thoughts. I do really want to hear from everybody. And I hope everyone has a great day. Bye-bye.